Well, let's discuss this further now with Amir Oren. He's a columnist with the Israeli newspaper Haaretz, and he joins us now from Tel Aviv. Really good to have you back with us, Amir. Firstly, tell us, how is the Israeli government justifying this brazen raid on Jenin?
So the raids in Jenin and Nablus and other places are in order to foil terrorist attacks prepared by squads hiding in the areas attacked and preparing attacks against Israel. And it is true, of course, that this was an offensive operation for a defensive reason. But the helicopter, which you showed, tried to prevent the Palestinians from getting closer to the vehicle and its occupants. So it did not fire at the refugee camp itself, but only at the immediate vicinity of the stuck vehicle. The other helicopter, which you showed on the ground, is a medical evacuation helicopter. It had nothing to do with the first.
Yes, in the meantime, as we've seen with this raid and others, people who aren't directly involved in terms of threatening Israeli security are dying here. We've had elderly people. This time we have a 15-year-old boy who's been killed. How is Tel Aviv and Israel responding to, I guess, this, quote, collateral damage that's being caught up in the crossfire?
So the official version is, of course, that Israel is going out of its way to pinpoint and attack only the perpetrators, but unavoidably there are people around them. And in the exchanges of gunfire, not in the raid itself, but when the force is trying to exfiltrate, then there are also non-combatants. So again, this is the official version, and there are many Israelis who are against such practices, even at the cost of stopping the raids altogether.
Separately, Israel's coalition government, hardline coalition government, has approved plans for thousands of new illegal housing units in the occupied West Bank. That's expected to be approved by the Planning Council later on Monday. This is in defiance of even Washington's directive that acts like this really serve as an obstacle for peace with the Palestinians. It doesn't seem like Netanyahu and his allies really care about that, do they?
Well, they care, but they care much more about their political survival. This is a very provocative act, which everybody knows will come to no fruition. It has only been intended to score domestic political points because the minister in charge of such settlement activities, Bezalel Smotrich, has nothing to show up to now for his participation in the Netanyahu government, which he earlier attacked for doing nothing. And Netanyahu is dependent for his own government's survival for the support by Smotrich. So they know full well that it is against the will of the international community. Indeed, the US State Department has come out with a very strong statement saying that the Biden administration is deeply disturbed, deeply concerned by this action. It will never materialize, but for the time being, it is buying Netanyahu some precious time because his coalition is on the brink of survival.
Okay, Amir Oren, we will have to leave it there, but thanks as always for sharing your analysis with us. Appreciate it.
Thank you.